I the first?
Am I going to be the second?
You were second last time.
Of course, Tristram was a love child. Oh, I mean, the night he was conceived, Terry and I just had magic sex, and, Terry insisted on natural childbirth and I wanted that too, because I think it's amazing. And, I lay in this darkened room, and, Terry held my hand and recited poetry, and I was pushing down, wow, it was a beautiful agony, Just, a few minutes after Tristram was born, Terry held him to his chest, and, Terry said it was the most amazing and beautiful moment of his life. Yeah.
Where is he?
Terry?
Yeah.
Oh, he pissed off with some chick. There
are 1,000 women in Britain for every 1,003.5 men, which should, in theory, produce 1,000 happy couples plus 3 novice monks. In fact, of course, it doesn't work like that. Of those 1,000 women, 900 are after Robert Redford, 99 are after Billie Jean King, and 1 is the Prime Minister. That leaves 1,003 men with nothing to do but jeer at the .5.
Oh, if only I had some company. Someone to talk to. Someone with whom I could share my life. My God, look over there. In the water, there's something moving. My years of solitude are over. At last, a person to talk to. My God, it's a woman. After 15 years, a woman. She's alive. Now what do I do? If only I could remember. Yes, that's it. Of course. Fetch!
Relationships are about needing someone to love and someone to hate. And this is why families are such a success, because they combine the two in one convenient unit. Or if you're an Arab, they combine the two in 43 convenient units. Only in families can you play the exciting annual game in which you all get together on Christmas Eve and try and stay on speaking terms until Boxing Day. Families come in all shapes and sizes in the 1980s. First of all, you have the nuclear family. Mother, father, 2.7 children. Then there is the non-nuclear family, which is lots of people in sandals trying to like each other's children. And finally, you have the post-nuclear family, which fits conveniently into the average ashtray. In the final analysis, relationships are all about the brotherhood of man. You don't hear much about the brotherhood of man these days. Come to think about it, you don't hear much about the New Seekers either.
Oh, Granny, Robert's being so horrible. I just can't stand it.
Now, Christine, love, now you listen. Just listen to me. I had the same thing exactly with your granddad. He treated me like dirt for years, but I stuck with him. And when the war came, I cried and cried when he went away. And then I discovered I was one of the lucky ones.
Why, Granny?
He never came back.
Hello, John. What's up?
I just had the biggest shock of my life, Pete.
Yeah?
Yeah. Remember I told you about this bird I scored at the party last weekend?
Yeah.
Remember I told you she swore to me she was 16?
Yeah?
Well, I just found out today she wasn't.
Oh, blimey. How old was she?
32.
He's never been what you'd call an active man.
Oh, mine was active enough. He just sort of lost direction.
No, I think they're all like that, really, don't you?
Yes.
What sort is yours?
Scotty.
Oh, look, he knows we're talking about him. He looks like that.
Do you know, I'll be ever so sorry to lose him. Oh, well, he was so helpful round the house, changing plugs, filling in census forms.
Why are you getting rid of him, then?
All the neighbours started complaining, you see. Yeah. He used to come home late at night, fouling the footpath. Making a terrible racket to get in.
No, can't have that.
No, not with nice neighbours, no. What about yours?
Oh, well, he never said much, really, you know. But,
Did you know that one of our years is equal to 7 of theirs?
Well, this is it, you know. I don't think I'd have another.
No. They're binding,
Yes,
aren't they?
I mean, you have to be back at certain times. I mean, it's, feeding them, cleaning up, you know.
Make a terrible mess, don't they?
Yeah, there's that smell.
Oh, shocking it is.
Yes, I think next time I'd probably have a cat.
Cat? Yeah. Well, they say they're more independent, don't they?
Please.
Oh, here we go. Do you know, I feel ever so guilty.
Don't you worry. Don't feel a thing.
It's amazing, isn't it? Almost as if they know.
There are altogether about 2,000 million women in the world. And yet most men, after getting to know, say, about 50 of them, pick one and say to her, "You are the only girl in the world for me." How do we know? Well, we don't. But when the previous 49 have turned you down, it's a relief to find anyone who'll put up with you. Some people don't give up trying, of course, like Warren Beatty, who seems determined to field test the whole of the opposite sex before making a decision. Insofar as the rest of us have any choice, at least in the 1980s, there's less emphasis on physical appearance. You know, however plain you are, plastic surgeons can now alter you to become whatever your partner was looking for in the first place. They can give you eyes like Kate Bush, a bust like Raquel Welch, a name like Meryl Streep. This, of course, leaves the plastic surgeons with all kinds of spare bits they've removed from people. These, of course, are made into Barry Manilow. Looking right for each other may matter less, but compatibility is still important. And to help with this, there is now computer dating, in which computers match you up with other people like yourself. In other words, other people who lie about themselves on computer dating forums.
Are you lonely? Here at the Agatha Peam Introduction Bureau, we have hundreds of sincere people, just like you, looking for friendship and marriage. And thousands more who just want a bit of the other.
Yes, I know. Look, I can't really talk at the moment, Pet. All right, I'm gonna have to go. Yes, I love you too. Yes. All right. Love you. All right then. Bye. Sorry. Where were we?
Super! Lovely! Now, there's just one thing, and the bride's in the wrong position, and we don't want that on her wedding day, do we? Now, you just turn round, because it's white on the right. And the parents change as well. Now, wait a minute, it's reverse image, isn't it? Yes, sorry, I've got it wrong. Other way. There we are. I'll just check the light. Along the line, because light is the basis of good photography, isn't it? Right. Yes, that's not bad. Now, I'll just see if I can get me so-called length, if you'll excuse the expression. Now, that looks a bit awkward, if you don't mind me saying so. That's it. Hold it there as though you've got something to hide, right? Hey, happy days. The sun's gone in. Blimey, light's going up and down like a tart's drawers. There we are. All right, won't be long now. Wait for that to bear where the computer do it past. There we are. There it goes. Yep, just check the light. Okay, everybody. I'll just adjust this. There we are. Smile!
Oh, bless him. He's definitely got his father's nose.
Definitely his mother's chin.
Yeah. Aren't transplants wonderful?
All of us start life as children, although it's hard to believe that some people did. I mean, can you imagine Sir Keith Joseph in a baby grow with the veins throbbing away on his little forehead? When I was a child, we learned about relationships in games like Mothers and Fathers. Nowadays it's all changed. Children play mothers and fathers and lawyers, in which you fight for custody of the teddy and the action man. Childhood relationships are much more direct. At the age of 5, you can go up to a little girl and say, "Will you be my friend if I give you one of my sweeties?" It's very simple. You try the same thing when you're 68, and life can get very complicated indeed. Just after the age of 5 comes puberty, which now occurs earlier due to the rise in the radiation level, the Mount St. Helens eruption, and the invention of open-crotch nappies. Puberty is really unkind because it makes you randy and unattractive at the same time. Because while we're on the subject of the Mount St. Helens eruption, with puberty comes acne. Acne is probably the most effective contraceptive ever invented.
Hey, what happened to your mum and dad?
Facts of life.
How do you mean?
Well, last night they told me about the birds and the bees. So I told them about covering yourself in salad cream and doing it standing up in an hammock.
Mother, why was I an only child?
Oh, that's just the way things turned out, dear.
But why, Mother?
After you were born, your late father and I decided that we only had time to devote to one child.
Is that why you sent me away to school?
We wanted you to have the best possible education.
And is that why I went on all those exchange holidays?
How else were you to learn French?
Why did you choose all my friends for me, Mother?
We wanted you to mix with the best people. In fact, your father went so far as to hand-pick your nannies himself.
But I wanted you, Mother.
I know, dear, but sometimes one has to be cruel to be kind.
Oh, it's such a relief to hear you say that, Mother.
Why, dear?
We're moving you to the geriatrics home tomorrow.
Do you know how much it costs to go to America? 96 quid, that's how much. Where am I going to get that kind of money? I'm not, that's where. So I'm never, ever going to America. Ever. Anyway, good evening. My name's Kevin Turvey. And here's a good one. Why does Mrs. Thatcher always wear barbed wire underwear? She doesn't. It's a joke. I thought, you see, this week's subject is sex, which is slightly embarrassing. So that's why I thought I'd start with a bit of a joke, right? Well, not a bit of a joke, like a whole of a joke. Bit of a joke would be no good, really. Not unless it was the funny bit. Anyway, so this week I thought, how am I going to find out all about sex? And I thought, I know, I'll become a prostitute. So that's what I did, right? I went out and bought myself a handbag. Well, it wasn't a real handbag, it was like a plastic bag. But I stretched out the handle so it looked like a handbag and put it on my shoulder and hung around outside Tesco's, right? For about a day. And then my first client came along. He was disguised as a policeman. He sidled up next to me, right? And he says, excuse me, have you got the time? Which is like prostitute's code. And I said, about 16 quid. And he said, you trying to be funny? And I said, all right then, 10 quid. And that's when he started punching me, right? It was about the 7th or the 8th punch, I think. Might have been the 9th. Anyway, it was about then I thought, he doesn't realise I'm a prostitute. So I started to run, right, and I ran straight into Tesco's and tripped over this big basket they got in there. And I thought, brilliant! Of course, a basket. That's what I should do. I'll invite Teresa Kelly over to supper and have sex with her afterwards. Really, because I've got all the things at home. I've got sausages and potatoes, gravy, furniture. I've got loads of things at home. I mean, windows and all sorts of things. But it was just the food that I was thinking about at the time, right? And also, this friend of mine, right, Keith Marshall, well, he would be my friend, like, if I liked him, yeah. He said that if you want to have sex with somebody, the thing to do, right, is to get some aphrodisiac, which is like this food that you eat that turns you into a sex maniac. And apparently, the best kind you can get is powdered rhino's horn, right? Well, they don't sell it in Tesco's. I don't think there's much call for it in Redditch, you know. So I thought, well, I know what I'll do. I'll get a file and I'll go up to the zoo and get some for myself. And I thought, well, that's no good. I'll be there all afternoon. Then it might be quite dangerous anyway. I mean, what if the rhino didn't realise I was just powdering his nose for an aphrodisiac, you know? I thought I was insulting him or something. I thought, no, I'll use soap powder. It's much the same. It comes from the same animal, doesn't it? So that's what I did. I went home and, like, prepared everything, put it on the plates, cooked it, put it on the plates and laid out the table, put a candle in the middle of the table. Didn't really need to light it, because, like, we've got this strip lighting anyway in the kitchen, so it's nice and bright in there anyway. And I thought, right, everything's ready. I better invite Teresa Kelly before the food goes cold. So I went over to the phone and picked it up, right, dialed the number. I won't actually, like, tell you what the number was, because it's not important. It'll just waste time if we start talking about telephone numbers. And she answered. I got the number right. And she said, hello? I said, Teresa Kelly? This is Kevin Turvey. Would you like to come over and have supper with me? What we're having is potatoes and gravy and sausages with nothing on it at all. And then have sex with me afterwards. And she said, well, I'd like to, Kevin, but I've just been hit by a bus and I'll be in a coma until Wednesday. It's always happening to her, that. So anyway, I didn't find out anything about sex, I'm afraid. I can't really tell you. But I did find out that eating aphrodisiacs makes you violently sick. So anyway, until next week, viewers, don't forget, if there's anything you want investigating, Kevin's here.
Trevor.
What?
I can't help wondering. I mean, here we are in this bed together having sex, and I mean, maybe I'm just old-fashioned, but maybe we should have waited.
Well, if we were going to get married, the success of it could depend on us having a good relationship in bed. We had to try it.
I suppose you're right. We have to be sure we're making the right decision.
Of course we do. Well, how was it for you?
Fantastic. And you?
Sensational. Right, we'll buy it.
Most secret affairs start at work. You can always tell. People who for weeks have treated each other perfectly normally suddenly never speak to each other in corridors and sit at opposite ends of the canteen. One of them leaves work at 5:30 through the main door, and the other at 5:32 through the office window. So that when they both meet up 100 yards up the pavement, it's all supposed to be a great coincidence. It'd be easier, really, if they just wore T-shirts with "We are knocking each other off" written across the front. If you can't get an illicit relationship free, you can always pay for it. In the old days, it was just a matter of going down to the red light district and reading the cards in the newsagent's window. After a couple of phone calls, you'd either got some French lessons, or a large Swedish chest, or a very irate 24-hour plumber. Nowadays, it's all much more sophisticated. Massage parlours, escort agencies, and if you're into unconventional sex, the young conservatives.
Well, here we are then.
We were never properly introduced. I'm Susan.
Roger.
Nervous?
Bit. I've never done anything like this before.
Well, neither have I. But, it was exciting, though, wasn't it? When, all the car keys were on the table. I hoped I'd pick yours.
Yes, I hope you pick them too.
Shall we get started, then?
Well, in a minute. Just let me get the old engine going.
Say something romantic for starters.
Something romantic for starters.
No!
No. Woman, lovely woman, nature made thee to temper man.
We had been brutes without you. Angels are painted fair to look like you. Thomas Otway, Venice Preserved, Act 1, Scene 1.
How did you know that? Do you act or something?
No, I quoted it in my thesis.
Thesis?
PhD, London, 1976.
PhD? Bloody hell.
Roger, what's the matter?
Typical, bloody typical. The first wife I ever swapped, and she had to turn out to be a PhD.
Well, what's wrong? I mean, don't you approve of intellectual women or something?
No, it's not that. It's just... I can't make it with women PhDs, that's all.
Why ever not?
Because I'm only an M.Lit. Edinburgh, 1976.
But that's ridiculous.
Of course it's ridiculous. I know it's ridiculous. Even if I didn't, I soon would. My wife tells me every bloody night.
Has she...
PhD, Nottingham, last year. That's why we came tonight. She's desperate. Doesn't your husband have any problems like this?
Not really. He's D-Phil D-Lit.
Oh, yes, he bloody well would be.
Have you tried analysis?
Oh, it never works. I just go on feeling inferior.
Christ, I mean, as a sociologist, I really should be able to help you. I mean, it's...
Did you say sociologist?
Yes.
Well, I thought your Otway and your degree was in English like mine.
No, sociology. It was called Validity Problems in Planned Communities.
Well, that changes everything. You're only a sociologist. Your inferiority makes you the most desirable person I've ever met. Oh, Susan.
Oh, Roger.
I personally think that massage parlours are a rip-off. I mean, why spend £20 on a thorough overall body massage when there are masses of skinheads who do it for nothing? The big danger of this form of professional relationship is, of course, sexually transmitted diseases. Or, as they're now called, STD. And no, you can't catch them from a telephone. But you can get them from a telephonist. One thing has always puzzled me. Why are they called social diseases? I should have thought they were very antisocial diseases. At least, so this friend of mine said. Who'd had one once. Safest of all is, of course, the rubber doll. Though, why are these all the same to look at? You know, and apart from Bo Derek lookalikes, they should have homely, comfortable rubber dolls with dentures to go back to, racked with guilt after illicit nights with the pretty one. Women should be able to buy rubber Willy White Claws to say "not tonight, darling" to. After all, if every couple owned a pair of rubber dolls, they could leave the dolls to get on with it and get a decent night's sleep.
I mean, I believe in women's lib. I believe in equality.
Yes, but...
I see no reason why the man should dominate, why
No.
man should impose himself on women.
No, but...
And, in a social situation, absolutely no reason why it should be the man that makes the advances.
No, but what you're saying
Well,
is
no,
that...
maybe, I'm sure you're right. I'm sure most modern women, like yourself, for example, would be much more inclined to, for example, go to bed with someone who believed in the genuine feminist aspirations, wouldn't you say so?
Not necessarily, because...
Well, no, but I mean, wouldn't you be much more inclined to go to bed with someone who held my views rather than someone like me who didn't believe in female equality?
Well, what you're trying to
Well,
say...
I mean, is... Let's try it. Would you,
No.
Well, not even if...
No. Goodbye.
Bloody lesbian.
In the future, we will all get older and, of course, give up sex altogether. That's the assumption advertisers make, isn't it? The moment you reach 30, you buy a cardigan, open an account at the Woolwich and wait until you qualify as a dirty old man. And, of course, as you get older and older, you get better and better. This experience should be passed on to the young. BBC Two should have master classes in which old roués teach youths the finer points of lovemaking. No, get off. Let me show you. This conspiracy of silence about sex and old age has left a whole potential market unexploited. I mean, why shouldn't the magazine Retirement Choice have a centrefold of Cliff Mitchellmore? The video industry ought to produce cassettes for pensioners to take out of the library with titles like Granny Bondage and Danish Dentures on the Job.
Sharon,
Yeah?
we've been going steady for 3 years now. Don't you think it's time we got engaged?
We will get engaged, Tony, when we're really sure.
But that could take years, Sharon.
Look at it practical, Tony. We get engaged, next step is we marry, right?
Right.
Yeah, then eventually along come the babies.
Yeah.
I lose me figure, go on Valium.
No.
You find a bit on the side, experience guilt.
Never.
I turn to drink, you grow an ulcer.
You think?
Yeah, the kids grow older, despise us both.
Bastards.
Yeah. But we stick with them. We stick together just because of their sakes.
Yeah, got to.
Never talking.
Nothing to say till they leave home.
You seek a divorce.
You demand a settlement.
I get the house.
I'll furnish a love nest.
Fridge, TV, cost.
I'll sell the love nest.
Car, stereo, half your annual income.
I'll rent a room.
I meet a nice fella.
I'll take a stroke.
I live happily ever after.
Sharon,
Yeah?
maybe you're right.
Yeah, let's wait till we're more mature.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Tony?
Oh,
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realise you hadn't started.